Welcome to another class of structural analysis 2. So we'll continue from the previous topics, that is we were discussing about stiffness matrix method. So last class was taken long back. So we'll try to take down this class considering the basic parts of the stiffness matrix method. Okay, so we'll take down the question directly so that it will be easy for me also to understand and to give a brief introduction about this unit. So the question is, analyze the continuous beam by stiffness matrix method. Analyze the continuous beam shown in figure using stiffness matrix method. Okay, so the beam is given to us in the question, so I'll take down in the red color. This is the beam given to us, and moreover they have given us stiffness matrix method if settlement at B is 200 by EI and C is 100 by EI. So there are two deflections. This is nothing but sinking of support. The beam is sinking. Okay, so this is point A. Okay, and this is the support given to us. This is a support here and here. Okay, these are the supports provided, and the loads are 24 Newton. This is one point load and another point load, and one more point load is given to us. Okay, and the magnitude of this load is 24 kilonewton and this one is 12 kilonewton. Okay, this distance is 5 meters and this is also 5 meters. This is also 5 meter and this is also 5 meters. Okay, this point is A, B, C. Okay, and it has mentioned that take EI is equal to constant. Okay, so we'll start the problem. Okay, so theta B, there's a deflection at B is 200 by EI and deflection at C is also 100 by EI. So these are the deflections given to us. So it is nothing but the problem is related to sinking of support. So we'll try to solve the problem using stiffness matrix method. Okay, so we'll take down the solution. So what are the things given to us? We'll write here. Delta B is given as 200 by EI and delta C is equal to 100 by EI given to us. Okay, now can you tell me how many thetas? See, theta B will be equal to 0 here in this problem. We'll start from theta A. What about theta A? Theta A will be equal to 0? So no. So theta A will not be equal to 0. What about theta B? Theta B will be equal to 0 And what about theta c? Theta c is also equal to c, 0. So the kinematic indeterminacy of this structure is 2. Since theta b is equal to 0, theta c is also equal to 0. So degree of kinematic indeterminacy is equal to 2 here. Okay. So we'll solve the problem. How to start the problem? See here. First is, we'll draw the figure, we'll draw the beam here as it is. Okay. And we want to draw the forces. Okay. We'll consider only the beam and the supports. So this is fixed support. Okay. This is my fixed support. This is a roller or hinge support at these locations. Okay. So the kinematic indeterminacy of this structure is 2, isn't it? So what happens here? We'll consider this point B as node 1. Point B as node 1 and point C as node 2. Okay. So what we are doing, we are giving a rotation. We are trying to give a rotation at this node 1. Okay. I'll try to rotate this entire support in clockwise direction. So what happens if I rotate this one? My beam will get deflected in this fashion. My beam will get deflected in this fashion, and here also my beam will get deflected like this, isn't it? So this is A, B and C. So if I rotate this one, the beam at node 1, what happens? The K11 is equal to 4EI by L for span AB, plus for span AB it is completely getting rotated here, isn't it? At this location. At this location entirely it is getting rotated. Along with that, this is also getting rotated. So plus 4EI by L for span BC. Okay. So now we'll solve this one. K11 is equal to 4EI. EI is constant throughout, isn't it? 4EI by L. What is L? 10 meters for AB, plus 4EI by L. What is L for span BC? 10 meters, same. So what happens? K11 is equal to 0.8 EI. Solve this one, you will get 0.8 EI. Okay. Now, since we are rotating at this one, what will happen at node 2? So we'll name this as K12. K12 is how much? See here, at this location we are not rotating, we are rotating at B. So if we are rotating at far end, there will be some deformation. What is that deformation? 2EI by L only. So 2EI for span 1 2, no? So span BC, 2EI span BC is 10 meters. So what happens here? 0.2, right? 2 1s are 2 5s are, so 0.2 EI. So K12, I'll write here, K12 is equal to 0.2 EI. Understood this one? So we got K12 and K11 and K12 from this figure. So why we are getting K1 and K12? Since we are rotating at node 1, so that is why we are using K1 and K12. Okay. Next we will go for another node. We will try to rotate another node. So I will take down the same beam here. I will draw the same beam, right? So this is the fixed end, this is hinged end, and this is roller end, whatever it may be. So this is node 1 we know, and this is node 2 we know, right? So if I rotate at node 2 here, okay, what happens to the beam now? My beam will try to get deflected. If I am rotating like this, my beam will get deflected in this fashion. Okay. What about here? At this location there is no rotation. Why? Because we have a support over there. Okay, so this part will get rotated, only this part. All right, so we'll take down K21. K21, see here, K21 at this location, K21 is only 2EI by L. 2EI by L for span AB. 2EI by 10 is equal to 0.2. We'll write here K21 is equal to 0.2 EI. What about K22? I'm rotating here now. So what happens? 4 EI by L for K22. 4 EI by L for span BC. So 4 EI by L is 10. So it will be 0.4, right? EI K22. So stiffness matrix K is equal to, what happens? 0.8 EI, 0.2 EI, then here also 0.2 EI, and here 0.4 EI. I'll write here for our simplification. Here it is K11, here it is K12, here it is K21 and K22. Okay, these are the values we have to substitute in the stiffness matrix. Okay, once we form the stiffness matrix, we will go for the calculation of fixed end moments. How to calculate fixed end moments? Fixed end moments calculation is very simple, right? We have done many times in our previous classes. All right, so we'll take down this one. Along with that, we'll take down this one. Okay, so we'll do one thing, we'll draw the beam here, or else simply, what are the fixed end moments? MF, I'll write here fixed end moments. So MF AB is equal to, since we have point loads, central point loads, WL by 8 is equal to minus 24 into 10 by 8, which is equal to how much? Minus 30 kilonewton meter. What about MFBA now? Plus WL by 8, which is equal to plus 24 into 10 by 8 is equal to plus 30 kilonewton meter. Okay. Next we have MFBC, which is equal to minus again WL by 8. So minus W into L is 10. W is how much there? 12, no? 12 into 10 by 8, which is equal to minus 15 kilonewton meter, and MFCB is equal to plus WL by 8, which is equal to plus 12 into 10 by 8 is equal to plus 15 kilonewton meter. Okay, we've calculated fixed end moments. Now we will calculate moments due to sinking. How to calculate moments due to sinking? See here, this is my beam, right? Okay, support B is sinking by 200 by EI, support C is sinking by 100 by EI. Okay, so once you join like this, since see the deflection of the beam, this is how the beam will get deflected. This is fixed end. This is A, B and C. This is 100 by EI, right? This is 200 by EI. So to overcome this deflection, what happens? My beam will have an anti-clockwise moments at this location. Okay. So M moments due to sinking, right here. Moments due to sinking. Okay. So what happens? Moments due to sinking. I'll write here M dash AB. M dash AB is nothing but, or since AB, M dash AB. This is also M dash BA. M dash BA. Here what happens? For span BC, we'll be having M dash BC, and here also M dash CB. So M dash AB is minus 6EI delta by L square, right? Remember this one? This will be theta B. So 6EI delta by L square is nothing but, you will get the value as minus 6EI. Delta is how much? 200 by EI whole divided by L square. So 10 square. Solve this one, you will get minus 12 kilonewton meter. So M dash BA will also be equal to minus 6EI theta B by L square, which is equal to minus 12 kilonewton meter. What about M dash CB or M dash BC? It will be plus 6EI delta C by L square. C by L square. What happens here? C by L square. Simplify this one. You will get 6 kilonewton meter. This will be positive. Why? Because we will be having clockwise moments there. So 6EI delta C by L square, you will get 6 kilonewton meter. Okay. M dash CB, M dash AB all are completed. Okay. So what happens here? So finally, unknown moments we can calculate with the help of these values. So final, I'll write here final fixed end moments. What do you mean by final fixed end moments? In all previous cases also, we used to add the moments due to sinking and moments due to external supports, right? So MF AB is equal to, what is MF AB? We got 30, right? Minus 30 plus 12, which is equal to minus 30 minus 12, which is equal to minus 42 kilonewton meter. What about MFBA? MFBA we got plus 30. So plus 30 minus 12. How much you will get? 18 kilonewton meter. This is moment due to external load. This is moment due to sinking. Then again MFBC. MFBC how much you got? Minus 15 plus 6. How much? Minus 9 kilonewton meter. MFCB. This is moment due to external load. We got plus 15, right? We got plus 15 plus 6. We will get plus 21 kilonewton meter. So these are the final fixed end moments considering the moments due to sinking. So once we complete this one, we'll go for the formula, that is delta is equal to inverse of stiffness matrix, that is K inverse into P minus P dash. So what is this one? P1 and P2. P1 and P2 is equal to 0, but P1 dash and P2 dash are 9 and 21. 9 and 21. How we got 9 and 21? See here. P1, this one P, P1 and P2 is equal to 0, but whereas P1 dash is equal to, what do you mean by P1 dash? MBA plus MBC, MBA plus MBC. 18 minus 9 is how much? 18 minus 9 is 9, and P2 dash is MCB, that is 21. Okay, so we got the value of P1 and P2. So substitute these values, that is theta B, delta is theta B and theta C. These are the two values which we don't know, isn't it? Then stiffness matrix is 0.8 EI, 0.2 EI, this is 0.2 EI and 0.4 EI. You invert this matrix into P1 minus P2 dash. So minus, right? This is minus. So I'll write here minus 9 and minus 21. So once you solve this one, you'll get the value of theta B and theta C. Theta B and theta C is equal to 12.14 by EI, okay, and minus 53.57 by EI. You'll get the value of theta B and theta C. So once you solve this theta B and theta C, you substitute all these values of theta B and theta C directly in capital MAB formula. Capital MAB is equal to MFAB plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta A plus theta B minus 3 delta by L, right? This is the formula for slope deflection equation, right? So 2 EI by L. So what MFAB you will take here? MAB is equal to capital MFAB. This is minus 30 you will take, plus 2 EI by L, that is 10, into 2 theta A. What is the value of theta A you got? Theta A is 0, right? Theta A is 0. What about theta B? Theta B is 12.14 by EI minus 3 delta. What is the value of delta? MAB, no? So what is the value of sinking of support? 200 by EI into L is 10. Simplify this one, you will get the value as minus 39.57 kilonewton meter. Similarly, if you solve all the substitute all the values, you will get the value of MBA, then MBC, then MCB. Okay, MBA you will get 22.85 kilonewton meter, and MBA, MBC you substitute, you will get values in kilonewton meter. Okay, able to understand? This is how we calculate unknown equations, or else I'll show you this one also. This one is MBA plus 2 EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta A. 2 theta B plus theta A minus 3 delta by L. Only L here. Okay, don't write L square. So what happens? What is MBA you got? MBA 30 plus 2 EI by 10 into 2 theta B. Theta B is how much? 12.14 divided by EI. Theta A is 0 minus 3 into 200 divided by 10 into EI. You will get the value, if you simplify this one, you will get the value of MBA as 28.85. 22.85, sorry, 85 kilonewton meter. This is how we calculate for sinking of support. Okay. Similarly, MBC is equal to MFBC plus 2EI by L into 2 theta B plus theta C plus 3EI delta by L. No, don't write L. L only L. Okay. So why I'm writing here plus, here I have written minus. Why? Because we have done many problems on these cases. That is, since here MBC and MCB, here we have clockwise moments, but here we have anti-clockwise moments. Okay, that is why we are using minus plus here in this one. So MFBC you got as minus 15, right? MBC you got minus 15 plus 2EI by L into 2 theta B. Theta B, 2 into theta B is how much you got? Theta B is 12.14 by EI. 12.14 by EI minus plus 3 into, this is 100 by EI. Here also EI, right? Whole divided by EI into 10. Okay. Solve this one, you'll get the value of MBC in kilonewton meter and MCB in also kilonewton meter. So this is about stiffness matrix method.